Hi everyone, I'm going over week 7 assignment for FTT 100-49131. My name is Mason Duffy, and I will be going over the cycle of operations. First off, we'll start with clearing the firearm. You can see the magazine's empty. Out the side of the rear, you can see that the gun itself is clear of ammunition in and around. This is a PSA dagger, Palmetto State Armory. It's a striker-fired polymer frame pistol, chambered in 9mm. We'll be going over the cycle of operations, so I will simulate putting a magazine with live ammunition in it. This handgun is fed by a magazine. By pulling the slide to the rear, it will grab a bullet or a round from the magazine and push it forward. That would chamber it. It's locked in place. Firing would be just pulling the trigger in a safe direction. When you pull the trigger and it fires, the gas will push back. The slide, the extractor here, will grab the empty shell, pull it out, and then there's an ejector in there that will kick the round out. After that, when the slide comes back forward, it will catch another round, chambering again, and cocking in the meantime. That would be the cycle of operations for this firearm. I will now be moving on to part 2, which is cleaning the firearm, beginning with field stripping. You will take the slide off of the firearm, with the magazine out. You'll take your recoil spring off. And then in the slide, you'll have the barrel and the rest of the slide assembly. You then have your frame, and these are the major assemblies of the firearm that you'll be taking apart. So I'm going to start the cleaning by first starting with the barrel. Here we have a wire brush for the barrel. You'll be going in through the breech. Other way, all right. You'll be going in through the breech. If you'd like to, you can put oil on the wire brush. It will help it clean out the firearm. Okay, again, in through the breech, pulling. We'll do one more time, pulling. After that, you'll grab your cloth, put a dab of CLP on there. You'll again go through the breech, pulling through. It's fairly clean, as you can see. So the barrel is now clean. I like to start on the recoil pad with a soft bristle brush and just clean off, make sure there's no carbon on it or anything. There we go. Okay, I'll then put a dab of CLP on my microfiber cloth. And just kind of give it a wipe down and make sure that there's no carbon built up on this. So as you can see, it's clean. We'll then move on back to the barrel, clean the outside, ensuring that there's no excessive buildup of carbon. Okay, the barrel is now clean. We will now move on to the slide assembly, where I will again take the brush. I'll add a little CLP to it this time. Okay, and then we'll go in and just start brushing in here, breaking up all that dust and carbon. You can see go into each little crevice. Okay, move on to microfiber cloth. Okay, the slide is now clean. Move on to the frame and trigger assembly. Start by brushing everything down. Okay, move back to the microfiber cloth. Different side. Okay. You clean the magazine, but this one is actually brand new, so doesn't need to be cleaned at all. And that would be the end of the cleaning process for this firearm. And we'll put it back together. I'm putting the barrel back in the slide assembly, the recoil spring back into its place. Okay. And then the slide just slides right back on top. Function checks here. You can hear the reset. In this video, I've gone over the cycle of operations for this particular firearm and the proper cleaning procedures after field stripping.